Matt, just looking back at 2020 now that you've had more time to reflect on it, I know there was tremendous disappointment when the season ended, but at some point, was there also a bit of relief that your team survived it? You didn't know how it was going to go entering the season, and everybody got out relatively unscathed?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the disappointment at the end from the baseball side, we wanted to go the whole way and win it all. But, if you stopped the first couple of days and asked me, what was going to happen this year, nobody had a clue.
Right.
Especially when some cases started coming down in different teams and things like that. It was almost like we were, sitting there showing up to the field, and a couple of days it was like, we're not sure if we're going to be here tomorrow. So for us to be able to get through the whole season, testament to the protocols that we had, and guys doing what they had to do to keep the games going. It wasn't fun by any means, just sitting in a hotel room or not being able to do stuff. But it's nice to look back and know that everybody did their part in a way, and we got those games in.
Looking back, and it was a weird season, right? You didn't have all the resources you normally did, routines and rhythms all out of whack, and so I don't buy into all the stats and numbers. But offensively for you, it was crazy. I know the batting average is something you're probably not thrilled with, but on the flip side, led the team in homers, led the team in RBI. So how do you see the way it worked out, all things considered, just with the bat?
In my mind, that was a pretty awful year. I ran into a few home runs, and when I did, I guess I had some guys on base when I did it to get some RBIs. But there wasn't any consistency at the plate for me. I never felt good really at any point. It was showing up to the field and kind of grinding to get the swing right. It felt like almost every day. And, sometimes baseball is that way. It's probably exacerbated by the short season. And as much as you don't want something like that to affect you, I think it did a little bit. And, it was something where, like you said, routines were thrown off. A completely different year. It's quiet in the stadiums, but at the end of the day, it's my job, and you got to get the job done. And there's guys out there hitting. And, it's fine. it's in the books. You can't do anything about it now. Just take it as motivation to get it right for next year.
Well, I mean, I sense all the frustration that you're speaking with right now, just looking back. Does that, or did a lot of that get squelched by just getting next year's deal done, having that out of the way? I mean, it all seemed like it was bound to happen, but is some of the business side just a nice relief to get that in the past so that you can look forward to 21?
Yeah, it's nice. It's not really something that I think I was expecting to have done kind of this early.
Right.
I think typically it goes further in the process, and to be able to avoid arbitration, and me and my agent kind of getting together with David and them, and being able to just come to an agreement, and it says a lot. Came up with the A's the entire way, and
right.
For us to be able to kind of just sit there and say, all right, you're gonna argue this, we're gonna argue this. Let's just find somewhere in the middle and kind of skip this whole ordeal.
Right.
It's nice to be involved with an organization that'll do stuff like that. And it's not something that I was losing sleep over necessarily. At the end of the day, it's not going to affect what I do next year, but it's nice to know that it's done, and
right.
Just fully take the focus on it next year and not have to worry about that kind of stuff.